Hey guys, it's Don from Air 15, and we are doing a live review on the brand new SSG1 USR in black. So, what's new and cool about this gun? Apparently, this is actually the most hated gun in the industry right now. For whatever reason, I don't know why. It looks funky, but it performs very, very good, and it has a lot of very good benefits as far as the performance of this gun. Starting from the front, you do have a metal flash hider, which allows you to have a Picatinny on the top and the bottom to give you the opportunity to run any kind of flashlights or lasers that you're going to run to the very end anyways. So it does save a lot of weight as far as having just a straight tube at this point. So no snags, no grabs, or anything else. Just taking all the unneeded space and just makes it slick. Coming down here, as far as generally the body of the gun itself, internally it actually has the brand new G&G G2 gearbox. So it does have an ETU, but it's your next step up that usually comes in your intermediate guns. But now they put into like a combat machine polymer body in order to reduce the cost but increase the performance. This does have a quick change spring guide actually on the back, which is new for G&G gearboxes. You got the ETU, MOSFET, and everything else actually packed in back here, which I'll explain that in a little bit when we get more to the back end of the battery. But some cool features that the G2 gearbox has is a functioning bolt catch, bolt release. So right now you see my other hand, it's not grabbing anything because it's staying open by the retention of the gearbox itself to keep it back, so it makes it a lot easier to make your adjustments, send it forward, and you're good to go. Of course, now you also have your flat blade trigger. Oh, actually, speaking of the triggers, now initially when they started advertising them, they had the elongated trigger, the blade trigger, and then the trigger guard to go with it. Initially for the G&G release, they had to go with this smaller one because most fields in the US actually outlawed the elongated trigger. So they decided in the initial release to go with the regular size trigger guard for the release. Now they do sell the kits for the trigger and the trigger guard separately, so you could install them as of right now. But later, as of next year, they should be able to be released with the gun already pre-installed, ready to go. So that's cool. Now moving on more to the rear, you do have this 6-position adjustable stock, which is going to be back here, where your battery will also be stored inside the buffer tube. Now what makes this gun different is this hinge right here. Now this hinge allows the stock itself to be able to flex in a bunch of different angles. Now unfortunately it's not anything quick or like a push button. It's actually more of a tool where you loosen it up a little bit, get your adjustment. Let's just say we're going to go a little bit down right here, tighten her up back, and voila, now you have a slightly downward angle. People ask us like, well, what's with the downward angle? If you're running any kind of optic or anything like that, typically what we say is either get a mesh lower to bring your face down or bring the optic up using a riser. But with this, you can keep the riser, keep your mask, and then be able to still look down your sights without having to smash your face up against the stock. Now, as far as adjustability, you can actually go a little bit further if you really wanted to, just to show the limits of the adjustable stock. Because I can go all the way to here if you really wanted to. I get some weird, which I don't really recommend because you can't really see any kind of optics at that point because your eyes are actually below the gun. But it has the capability of doing that while keeping your wires protected as well. Which, going back, remember when I said the MOSFET was actually in here, in this little compartment, because it makes it 20 times easier when putting your battery in the buffer tube. So to show you that, it's quick, nice and off, and then take a peek down in there. Where's that little MOSFET? Clear. Because now you don't have to fight with the bigger MOSFET in the back, so now it's a lot easier to drop your battery all the way down, plug it, here we go, and just right in there. Nice, compact, easy, don't have to stuff or cram anything in there, just makes it 20 times easier. Now, what's cool also about this gun is the release of a brand new magazine that G&G just put out. Now, what's cool about this is that it's actually very transparent, so you can actually see the BBs already loaded into the magazine itself. And as you can see, there's numbers on the side. So 100, 90, let's go down, 60, 50, 30, so you can actually see from the outside how many BBs you got left, and then you're out. Now, I'll show you guys a little bit later, more at the end of the video, where I can actually show you the follower, which does stick out all the way to feed the last BB all the way into the hop-up in order to, so when you take out the mag, there's no BBs that fall out, which is really, really cool. Alright, so let's head over to the shooting range and get a chrono and a test, because I know I'm going to throw this on. I'll also run some shooting tests a little bit later. So it's still the same programmability. So that ETU MOSFET. So we got semi, full auto. Throw that mag in there. There you go. You ready? 0.20 gram BB out of the box. 359, 57, 356. And the full auto burst. 22.7 rounds per second. So it does shoot a little bit hot for CQB as far as this model specifically, but the cool thing is it does have that quick change spring guide, so it makes it easier to lower that FPS or raise it if you want a little bit higher for your, depending on your airsofting needs. All right. Now for the shooting portion, we're going to do something a little bit different this time. We're also going to do a highlight on the course that will be done this weekend, this Saturday and Sunday, as far as the speed competition, to see how fast you can eliminate all the targets. So what we're going to do on this one would be more of a speed test to see how fast we can go through this course using this platform. All right, here we go. Let's do a little test shot right here. Nice. All right, Psycho, let me know I'm ready.
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 Set. Go.
No, that's not.
Oh.
22. Outside. So let's run it again. Gotta get a good one. That was round one. Let's try it for a second one. So remember, during shooting competition, you get 2 tracks. And like I said, it's a new platform for me, so I gotta get used to it a little bit as far as coming out. Here we go. Ready?
Ready.
Ready.
Set. Go.
One.
Good.
That's a point and shoot gun. Half the time I was using the Optech, half the time I was just kind of feeling for it. I like this. It's a very solid platform to run. Definitely very accurate, as you just saw right there. Too many good things about it. Well, let's go ahead and dump this mag real quick so I can actually show you the follower to show you the
Right here.
the rest of the magazine.
Right here. Right here. The first course. There it is.
There you go. Dry mag. Let's check this out. How many BBs fall out? 0. Now, what's cool about... Here, let's go inside. I'll show you about the follower real quick. So you get more light. Okay, so talking about the follower. The follower itself has actually been around for a little bit as far as different platforms, but I think G&G did it the best. The reason why G&G did the best, because a lot of the followers, they stick up and they stay there, which means if you don't push it back in, it's gonna break. So what G&G did, they added a hinge on the inside. So with that hinge, if you accidentally throw it in, it's not gonna break. It's not gonna snap off or mess up. Now the gun's not gonna see it because it's not fully properly put in there. However, push it back in, load with rounds. So you gotta tap it. There we go. Nice and perfect. So, if you guys like what you see here, or have any questions or comments or issues on that, make sure you either A, comment down below to ask a question, ask us on social media, or come on to the shop to come check this out for yourself. Awesome platform. Definitely Dom approved on this one. You're going to have a good time with this. And of course, they do have G&G's 90-day manufacturer warranty, so if you have any issues, problem, concerns, anything like that, we'll get G&G to help you out. So, if there's anything else on this one, I think I pretty much covered pretty much all of it, most of it. Come check us out here. Shooting competition this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Top 3 times get prizes. Alright, which you guys have time to come and practice throughout the week too. I know I got one guy that's been coming every single Wednesday to come train and practice on that course to get faster and faster. So, hey, I think it's worth it for him. So, from our family to yours, love the game.